Hi folks, my name is Jason and my channel is McGinn's Woodshop. I was asked what I do. I can define what I do. I would say I'm a solutions person. I like coming up with creative ideas to make things efficient and also solve problems. So that bleeds through from my professional life in the IT world as well as in the crafting and creating world in the making. Now, I haven't always been making. I did get overburdened with computers as a profession and as a hobby. I found crafting things with wood and different materials as a good outside relief from that, where I had a final product that I could hold as opposed to one that could digitally be, disappear, or you'll never see it if you're not in the digital world. The last project I made is actually our name puzzles. So I make these, I got a CNC machine from Inventables. I got the X-Carve. I've got that a few years ago, and I've been making all sorts of things from that and outside of that. But the latest project I've been working on are name puzzles, and they're little puzzles where I take the kid's name and then I carve it in, and then I carve the letters to fit as a puzzle piece and then paint them. Also, I've been making customized shelves. So I'll take a piece of, this is sugar maple. I'll carve in a name and in this case hockey, what the kid's into, or person. And also, if they're not into anything, and just for looking pretty, and for a good friend of mine, I'm just making this one here. So there's all sorts of different varieties of things I can do with this machine. It's really opened up a lot of avenues of learning. I've had to learn design and application. I've had to learn vector art, and also the physical difference in the real world of what happens, like mistakes of placing things in the wrong spot, cutting through my clamps and things like that. For my favorite tool or equipment or whatever, I don't really have one. It really depends on what I'm doing, and whatever one provides me with, again, the most efficient and easiest from what I can perceive of my own experiences, to get to the end result of whatever it is that I'm working on. So in some of the name puzzle cases that I'm working on now, well, my CNC machine is my favorite tool. So yeah, I guess, it totally depends what I'm working on. Because if I'm working on pens, well, my favorite tool is the lathe. The CNC is not going to be much help there. Overall, though, if I had to define a tool that stands out specifically, I would probably say the CNC machine, only because it brings in my IT world and making world into one, where I design and build something on the computer as a concept and then render that and put it on the machine and make it in real life. I think that's a really cool concept, the same as 3D printers and things like that. But for this case, the CNC machine, I'll say, is my number one. And so with that, I really want to say thank you to Inventables, because like I said, a couple of years ago, they did send me this machine just to make them a video and review it, and it's been an awesome thing added in my life, not just as a tool, but as a learning thing and something that just a fun adventure I've been taking. So. It's really hard to say, because I don't know. My next project is my favorite project. I enjoy what I'm working on when I'm working on it most of the time. A few things that stick out are maybe collaboration ones that I've done. I've done a mug that was fun. I did that with Matt Brander and Chris Q. Another collaboration I did was a sign, a Toy Story sign. It was a fundraiser. Oh, and actually it happened to be right here. I made an airplane from a log, from a maple log in my firewood pile. So I milled this down into usable pieces and then created what you see here. That was for Steve Ramsey. He does a lot of maker care, like raising money for different, for Children's Wish Foundation and different foundations like that. So those things there I take a lot of pride in that I've done. And so I'd say those are my favorite type of project, I guess. So for my skill that I want to learn, like the thing I'm looking forward to learning the most now, a new skill set that I want to build on and expand, is gardening. I've been growing things with my wife. We've been putting together gardens every year for the past 5 years or so. And at first I really didn't like it, and not until the past year or so I've been starting to get more into it. And it's just a really cool thing, and I've been learning different things about gardening that I'm interested in moving into in that direction. So I would say the biggest skill I want to learn right now and focus on is gardening. Outside of making things. Also, a really cool thing is that the ability of making things has come up. Friends run into problems where like a little piece breaks off of their instrument. Well, instead of like going and buying for 15, 20 bucks replacement plastic pieces, I'll make him some quick little sockets to fit in there and give him some nice hardwood feet for his amplifier. So it's just a lot of things like that, the non-stop solutions, the making things better, just enjoying, the fact that I made that desk instead of bought it at IKEA. I made that pen that I write with as opposed to buying a Bic. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. This Maker Monday thing is really cool. Be sure to go and check the other ones that have been done. And yeah, if you're a maker or want to get involved, you don't have to look very hard. Go search around. Any of the people on YouTube generally who are makers that I know, anyway, approach them and they'll be happy to approach you back. Take care, everybody.